2004, it was arguably the hardest it's ever been in the history of the U.S. Open, but it wasn't on purpose. It was the 104th U.S. Open held in the middle of June at Shinnecock Hills Golf Club in New York. Retief Goosen, a name we haven't heard in many years,
yes,
won his
Champions Tour. He's on the Champions Tour now, I think.
Well, that's not something I watch regularly. Maybe I should. Won his second U.S. Open title, 2 strokes ahead of runner-up Phil Mickelson, who was also the reigning Masters champion of that year. So here was the controversy around it. The tournament has always been famed for its tough conditions. It's always been hard. Par is the desired winning score. It got out of hand in 2004, 6 under par, with only 6 people under par leading after 36 holes.
Yep.
It was very, very difficult, and then it got worse. As the weekend went on, tournament officials attempted to toughen the course to bring the players back to par. So the first couple of days, they're like, oh, man, people are 6 under par now.
Yeah.
This could get us down in that 15 range. Let's toughen up the course a little bit. It wasn't watered before Saturday and was more difficult for the third round. It wasn't watered again prior to Sunday's play. It was absolutely brutal. No player broke par in the final round, and the average score, let me repeat that. No player broke par in the final round, and the average score for the day was 79.
Yep. It was, it was rough that day.
9 over par. Ernie Els, who was playing in the final group, shot an 80 and then quit the game.
He probably felt like it at the end of it. I would have.
It got so bad that on the 7th hole became almost unplayable. So the green was double cut and rolled on the Friday evening. It was rolled the next morning, and it got worse as the weekend went on. Players struggled to keep their balls on the green with their tee shots, chipping, putting. Yep. It was impossible.
Yeah.
The first group on Sunday, David Toms and J.J. Henry, both made triple bogeys on the 7th hole.
Yeah.
The next group had a double and a triple. So the first 2 groups to go through hole 7 were like 13 over combined, which is insane.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, there's a sadistic part of me that
loved it,
but it's being realistic. Yeah, you can't have a tournament. You can't have a whole play that way.
No,
especially in an Open.
No.
So
Retief Goosen ended up winning. He won the title 4 under par. Mickelson was in second at 2 under par. Yep. They were the only men under par, although there have been only 4 U.S. Opens since 2004 with lower winning scores. I tell you, thinking about that, and the USGA got absolutely grilled and drilled for that performance. They were watering the greens in between groups on Sunday to try to soften and slow them down because they were, you hear this putting on glass, that's how it was. Yeah. And it got out of hand. And then the next couple years, they were under the microscope for their course conditions. And you're right, the sadistic part in the weekend hack, watching them shoot 79 or 80, hilarious. Yeah. Finally, right? It's like watching an NBA player just miss free throws time after time. After a while, you're like, oh, this is pretty funny to watch.
Yeah.
Right?
Watching Shaq shoot free throws was always entertaining to me.
Yes, indeed. And that's what this was like.